afternoon, my friends. It's Chezza here, and I am starting a segment and a new YouTube channel. The channel's gonna be called Chezza Out of Nowhere, or you can probably see somewhere up there or down here or wherever YouTube is showing you. Cheers, mates. I got my I woke up like this mug that I got from a friend for Christmas, and I love it, and I did wake up like this, so. Okay, so Tea and Tarot Tuesday is what I'm doing. I want to give a shout out to the Four Queens because she is an intuitive tarot reader that has been reading and providing information about tarot on YouTube for years now, and I've watched a lot of her videos. I learned a lot about taking my knowledge of tarot further through her videos. I'd already started learning tarot and reading tarot, and I don't think there is one person on YouTube that you can learn the all-encompassing facts of tarot from, or at least I have not found that. But I think there are a lot of people on YouTube that have dedicated a lot of their time to teaching others tarot and how to become more comfortable with the cards and bond with the cards. And one way that she has shown that is through her Tea and Tarot or Tarot Tuesdays, or I'm not even sure if it's on Tuesday, but I decided to do the Tuesday thing because it all starts with tea. Forgive me. Anyway, let's get started. So, Tea and Tarot Tuesday. What I'm going to be doing in this segment is going through the many different cards in the tarot. There's 78 of them, so I'm not going to go card by card. I'm more going to be talking about my own life and using this as sort of a vlogging experience where I'm going to talk about the card and how it's manifested itself into my life, or how I've used the card through path work to get to the bottom of some issues. You can pull tarot in a psychic way to kind of predict future outcomes based on certain present events, but as we all know, or some of us know, maybe not many at all, when it comes to personal alchemy, what you do today changes what happens in the future. So none of this is set in stone. That's rule number one. A lot of people are afraid of tarot. They're afraid of fortune telling in the future and things of that nature, but the future is malleable based on what we do today. So I tell people that all the time. Everything you're hearing could change based on your actions, for good or bad, in terms of how you quantify good and bad in your life. So yeah, I just kind of want to shed some light on tarot and show the different ways that you can use it. That's something that the Four Queens kind of pioneered to me, and it helped me learn tarot better and do better readings for my queerance, and it also has helped me kind of move on in like really healthy ways from some things. And I want to start today with the Fool card. You see him? The Fool card, my favorite card in the tarot deck. It is so representative of me. Anyone who's known me, you could know me for 6 months and you probably know that I have had many jobs in my life. I've done everything from taught ballroom dance to dressed up like Tony the Tiger for 24 bucks an hour to I've done a lot. And that's kind of always been me. And growing up, there were many people that were very discouraging of that lifestyle. I heard jack of all trades, master of none. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with that. And now I'm 31 years old, and I'm at a space in my life where being the fool a lot in my life has been very beneficial to me. And I'll explain why. So let's look at this card for a second. I'll just dissect the card and then kind of talk about its themes in my journey in my own life. You see a man standing on the edge of a cliff. There's a dog nipping at his feet. He's got very little material with him. There's some mountains in the background, blue sky, horizon. It's wonderful. I love this card. What's going on here? Alright, sorry. Oh! I'm drinking Genmaicha, which is one of my favorite teas. It's green tea and it's got popped rice in it, and it's wonderful, and I don't have any sugar because I'm a sugar addict. I need to stop. Okay. So the Fool, back to the Fool. The Fool's on a journey. He's card 0. And that looks like 3, but I'm really doing 0. He's card 0. And the wonderful thing about card 0 is it's the beginning and the end. It's both. It's that space, this kind of purgatory of what did I just go through and where am I about to go? A lot of people have a really hard time existing in that space, and I get a lot of queries that come to me because they want a career change or they're afraid to do something and they want to know if they're on the right track. And a lot of it is people just wanting their own intuition to be validated. And I think the Fool card is the space you're in when you're in that space where you're just like, I don't know what to do or where to go. I am a person who's always been very naturally inclined towards change. I kind of just go with the wind. I see what's going on. I don't have a problem with change. I don't have a problem with chaos. I work very well with chaos. I don't like chaos, but I work well in it, and that's just been my life's path. I've been groomed for it, I guess. So anytime chaotic things happen, I could get fired or have to quit or have to make a move or some things just could change. I'm usually really good at standing up, sorting it out, and doing what I need to do to move forward. And that's because I've been the Fool a lot in my life, and I've learned, don't walk too close to the edge of the cliff, but don't be afraid of it either. And that's the whole thing about the Fool card. The Fool is this wonderful person who's on this journey and isn't afraid of the journey that he's on. And he's got this dog, which is the companion, and the dog is supposed to represent kind of like the part of your brain that tells you there's danger ahead. And the card teaches you not to be too foolish, but not to be afraid of being a little foolish, of being innocent, of having something to learn, of having a journey ahead, and not being afraid to step out and go forth on that journey. Everything starts with the Fool card, and I'm so excited about the path that the Fool takes and being able to teach you about that and talk about how that's worked out in my own life. Me starting my tarot business is a huge part of me being in the space of the Fool card. At the very end of the year, I had to quit a job that I had. I don't want to talk about it. I don't, but I had to make a decision for myself, and I had to push forward into self-employment, which I've done. And for a minute, there was kind of this space of what now? What do I do? I didn't really make plans before I quit. It wasn't something I could do. I just had to like move forward with the path ahead of me without fear, but with caution. The caution comes from doing this before, stepping out. You can call it faith, you can call it intuition, you can call it just stepping out on a grown-ass decision that I had to make, and having faith in myself that I can make it work beyond making that decision. And that's kind of it. That's the space. That's the Fool card. It's uncomfortable because what's next? I don't know. But sometimes in life you just kind of have to be the Fool, and you kind of have to be okay with it. But that's how we experience, that's how we learn. And so many people are stuck in spaces where they aren't experiencing and they aren't learning and they aren't doing anything new, and they feel bored and they're making everyone around them miserable because they've been afraid to step out and be the Fool sometimes. It doesn't matter if someone thinks you're foolish. Do you think you're foolish? I think this card begs us to ask that when we're on our deathbed, we're not going to be looking around and thinking, man, I wonder what so-and-so did with their life. I wonder if they're happy. We are going to be thinking, did I do everything that I wanted to do in my life? Did I take the time to play the Fool when it was appropriate in my life? It's always appropriate in your life. If you wake up today with breath and you think that you need to make a change, or you find yourself being afraid of the changes that are coming ahead of you, don't. Sometimes you have to be that. This is a very spiritual card, and if you ever get it pulled in a reading, whether it's reversed or right side up, it means that there are forces going on that you necessarily can't control, but that affect the journey that you're on ahead. I rest assured that if I stick to one plan and one plan only, and that is to be flexible, to be the fool when it's time for me to be the fool, and to recreate myself around the journey ahead, that I do okay. I do more than okay. I'm happy and I do well. And I love the experiences I've had and the people that I've met along my journey. And I can't really complain about it. You can say jack of all trades, master of none, but I think I'm a woman that's cultured and worldly, that's learned a lot in life, that's gone a lot of places, that's met a lot of people, and that makes me a very wealthy person. Well, that's it for my first Tea and Tarot Tuesday vlog about Chezza, vlog about tarot, vlog about getting your life. And I hope that you watch me. I will make more of these videos weekly. I'll be making other types of videos as well, not just about tarot, so I really hope you stay tuned. I'll probably do some sort of introduction video after I finish recording this, and then you'll watch that first and then see this and be like, you just told me we're going to do that, but I already watched that, so why'd you say that? So, but you know, because YouTube. Bye.